everyone, I hope you're having a great day. In today's video we're going to be using an assortment of 2.5 by 4.5 potato chips, which are dark, light, and then we'll be using an assortment of dark and light 2.5-inch squares. To make one block, a block will measure 16 inches by 8 inches, and it will create a repeating pattern if you add more blocks to it. So let's get started. So to begin with, we're going to need to make 8 units. And to make those, you're going to have a 2.5-inch square that's on a lighter. And then you're going to piece it together with a 2.5-inch square that's darker. And you will be making 8 of those. So that's what they will look like. And with these being made, again, 8 of them per block, we're going to make the other part of the unit. So what we need to do is, I'm calling these block A, but they're actually unit A. So what we need to do is we need to make 8 that look like this. And then we need to take, so 8 of those. And then we're going to be making 8 that are like this. So the only difference is the potato chip that gets added on one of the sides. Whatever way you do it, just make sure you do it all the same way. So what I mean by that is, if all of a sudden you're throwing it over on this way and on this way, just make sure they're all being done in the same direction. So let me go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you how to make the complete block. So now to make each block, and the blocks measure 16 by 8 inches finished, or 16.5 by 8.5 unfinished. And in the size of the project I'm putting together, I'm going to be using 6 altogether. So I'll end up with a project that's 32 by 26 before I add some borders. So working from left to right in each block assembly, we're going to take 2 of the B, which are the ones with the darker potato chips, and we're going to join them together like this here. So again, working from the left to the right, I've got these 2 B units pieced together. Say that 10 times fast. And then next we're going to take 2 of the A's, which are the ones with the light, and we will piece them like this. And you know you have it right when you have these going diagonally from each other. So let me move it down like that. So this is what we have so far, and what I'll do is I'll join these together as I finish the block. But I'm pressing this first one to the solid piece, and then this will go down towards me this way, and that way I'll be able to nest those together. So the next part of the block is we're also taking 2 more of the A units, but they're going to be the opposite. So if you see this one, we had them going this way, and these ones will go in the opposite way like this. Again, still keeping the solids towards the towards you. If you had sewn these with this here and this way, that would work as well. It's just wherever your darks are ending up is the important part. So now I'll piece this here, and then I'll join you back here. So now this unit is now done. So again, this is what we have so far. Going from the left to the right. You can pause this if you want to check your orientation to make sure you have the darks where they need to be. So the next part of this block unit is using the last of block B, and we're going to do them this way so that we have the darkers facing an L on the upper part, and then a backwards L on the lower. And again, you know you have it right if the darks are touching each other and the light backgrounds are in the opposite corners. So let me piece that together, and then we'll get this finished off. So I now have the right hand side of the unit all done, and bringing in the other parts, this will show you what it'll look like. So what I will do, again, the ones for me, the way I join them together, I'm going to be doing the first and the third one. So that they're pressed towards the top, and then these will all be pressed towards me, these two, the second and fourth part of the unit. So let me get that done, and then I'll show you how we lay out the project. Here are the two halves. I'm just showing you another trick. I've shown you before when I'm piecing together rows that I use tape. In this circumstance, I put a pin to mean it's the upper left-hand corner for each of the halves. So now all I need to do is piece it here, and then I know I have it right. So here is the main block assembled, and this is where we started up here and we worked our way across. I have twisted some of the bulkier seams to make those work. So what I'll do is we have one more unit that we need to do to help finish off the repeating pattern. So I'll join you back here while I get the pieces laid out. To finish off the repeating pattern, you need one bottom row. And to make that, you need to take two of the lighter 2.5-inch squares and join it together with a darker potato chip. So that's one, and then two. So I've got these made, and then we need to make two that have the 2.5, 4.5 in a lighter and a darker, and we're going to be joining those end to end. This one needs to be repressed, but again, of the darker, like that. And then you'll need a single 2.5-inch by 4.5 light background. With these subunits of the last row constructed, I'm now going to join them together, and it's very easy to do. You're just going to be doing light, dark, and you're going to start with the 2.5-inch square on your left hand side, and that's one that's pieced with the 2.5, 4.5, and then you're going to add a lighter of the darker, or the lighter of the 2.5, 4.5 set. Add another like that, going along. Then we're going to add just a single potato chip of the lighter background, and then we'll finish it off by adding the last of the units with the 2.5-inch lighter square. You could separate it and do it as adding on to the bottom of each block, but it means you wouldn't be using potato chip here. You'd have to divide it into 2.5-inch squares. So for ease of joining, this is how I have decided to do this. So let me finish this, and then I'll take you over to my design wall. Okay, so we're now at my design wall, and I'm just showing you the 6 blocks like that, and this is the row I just showed you how to put together. None of these have done the final seams, which I'll do now. I think this would look really nice with some sort of calm border around it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below how you'd finish this up. So let me piece this together, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So here's what I've got done. It is currently measuring 32 by 26. I will eventually add a border on. To add more units to make it larger, all you need to do is add more rows on the top. And that one row I showed you in the last segment is to finish it off so that it looks complete. Adding additional columns, no big deal to do either because the blocks are so big. So let me know in the comment if you like this pattern or how you would add a border to finish it up. I'm going to let this one sit for a little bit and think about how I want to do that. So until next time, sew safely and sew with Debee, and have a great day, and bye for now.